Hey guys, I'm Nick Palmisciano.
And I'm Matt Finney.
And we're here to talk about the Ranger Up Grappling Classic and its rule set. So, it's a little bit different than what most of you in the Jiu-Jitsu world are used to, because we've kind of tried to bridge the gap between self-defense Jiu-Jitsu and competition Jiu-Jitsu. We're also trying to take a little bit from our business partner, Tim Kennedy, and think, what are the things that are actually valuable in a real fight? So this rule set is going to reward getting on top and staying on top, as well as aggression.
Youth matches will be 3 minutes long.
Adult matches will be 5 minutes long, regardless of belt. We're going to give you the most matches possible. So youth are going to be either true double elimination or round robin, and adults, depending on the size of your bracket, are either going to be double elimination or modified double elimination.
That means more matches for everybody.
Okay, so the first big difference with this is you're completely allowed to butt scoot and pull guard if you want, but whoever ends up on top first with control gets 2 points.
So if you're planning on pulling guard, keep that in mind. If you have a lot of confidence in your jiu-jitsu game, maybe you can pull guard and give them 2 points. If not, maybe you should go for the takedown.
The match starts. Oh my God, I forgot how to take someone down. So I throw myself to the ground and pull guard.
Okay, I jump on top of him.
1,000, 2,000, 3,000, he has control, that's 2 points. Any reversal of position is 3 points. So here I am, I'm inside control. My opponent bridges and puts me inside control. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, that's 3 points. This is a takedown-centric tournament, so we absolutely are cool with big takedowns and big throws. You can even elevate. What you can't do is elevate with the intention of injuring, spiking your opponent, or losing control at any point during the throw. As fun as it is illegal for me to slam him while he's on my back. That includes doing a front flip and landing on top of him. Ah!
Screaming is a verbal tap. Don't yell or scream while you're in a submission, otherwise we're calling the match.
No, I was just ki-eyeing.
You're not allowed to throw up
Or crap your pants.
during the match,
Because that's just not cool.
and it's gross.
You get 2 minutes of blood time during the match if you get scraped or injured or your nose starts bleeding. If you can't stop it in 2 minutes, it's probably not a good idea to keep competing.
There's no biting, hair pulling, eye gouging, fish hooking, or small joint manipulation.
You can't do that either.
We're not going to put up with any unsportsmanlike conduct.
This is jiu-jitsu, it's a martial art, and we expect that everybody treats each other with a certain amount of respect and appreciation. This is a charity event and people are donating a lot of their time. We're not going to put up with any unsportsmanlike conduct from participants or from coaches.
If things go wrong and you have a complaint, be a gentleman or a lady about it. There are referees that you can talk to or mat officials, and we'll take care of it.
But the second you start swearing or start being a jerk, you're out. You're disqualified. If it's the coach disqualifies the participant.
If during the match one of the participants isn't engaging, it's up to the referee to give them 2 cautions and then subsequent points after that.
This is supposed to be a fight, so you're supposed to be fearless and trying to take your opponent out. The second we don't see that behavior, you are going to get your first caution. The second caution will come much faster, and after that it's going to be points with no limitation.
For gi competitors, a full jiu-jitsu gi is required and the belt to go with it.
And it's got to be of reasonable length. Don't try to, come in here with your gi up to here. We will check. We're not going to be unreasonable, but don't be a jerk.
Cobra Kai sleeveless gis are out.
For no gi, a rash guard is preferable, but you can also wear a t-shirt so long as it's form-fitting. If you're wearing shorts or leggings, they cannot have pockets or zippers.
Good news to you wrestlers, wrestling shoes are allowed in both.
Singlets are highly encouraged. Sometimes you're going to end up in a standing position while your opponent has guard. Ha-ha! If we're up here, I cannot elevate him and then slam him to the ground. That is illegal. However, if he is below my waist, it is completely acceptable for me to accelerate downwards and break that guard.
Anytime a competitor escapes a controlling position and returns to a neutral position where neither fighter has control, that's 1 point for an escape.
He's currently controlling me. I bridge out. I get away, I get back to my feet. That's a 1 point escape.
If you're passing the guard of your opponent, if you maintain control for 3 seconds,
1,000, 2,000, 3,000.
that's 3 points for you. Going up to knee on belly. I need a full posture, my hips facing forward, a pin, and my leg extended. What doesn't count as knee on belly is just lifting my knee up from half guard, or basically a modified side control where I only have my knee up but I don't have posture control. 2 points for knee on belly. Full mount is one of the best positions you can be in. Therefore, we're going to give you 4 points for it. But you have to have full control. If I end up in anything where my limb is still hemmed up, that's not quite mount yet, and you don't get the points. If you're in mount and you try and go back to knee on belly, you don't get an additional 2 points. It doesn't work by de-escalating your position. You won't get any points for that.
Always be improving. ABI.
When taking your opponent's back, you need full control in order to get 4 points. That means getting your hooks in and controlling their body. You can have a figure 4 or both hooks in, but you need to have control in order to get 4 points. What also counts is flattening them out. Even if I don't have both hooks in, if I have them in a flattened position, I still get 4 points.
After a 3 count, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, control.
Technical mount and S mount all count as mount. When you're in a mounted position and your opponent rolls to escape and you get their back, that's 4 points. If they roll to escape the back and you end up in mount again, you don't get an additional 4 points. You can't stack points off of that.
So the maximum that you can get, whether you start in mount or rear mount, is going to be 8 points off of those kinds of transitions, even if the guy rolls all the way across the mat and you hold control over and over again for 3 seconds.
If you're in a dominant position and you go for a submission, but you miss it, once you lose control, that's a reversal. He gets 3 points.
We realize some people might take issue with that, but the bottom line is he's now on bottom and it's a lot easier for me to hurt him from here than before.
No gi rules
for
everyone.
No neck cranks. No suplex.
No spiking on the head.
Novice.
Intermediate.
No gi rules.
No heel hooks.
No knee reaping.
No scissors takedowns.
No bicep or calf slicers.
No toe holds.
Never toe hold.
Never toe hold.
Advanced no gi.
You can do all that stuff. Gi rules.
Yeah! For
everybody. No heel hooks.
No knee reaping.
No scissor takedowns.
No neck cranks. And no power bombs when the head is to the outside using the belt as leverage. So if Matt's head is to the outside and I grab onto his belt with the gi, I can't then torque him down and accelerate his head into the ground where he could become injured. This is different than rolling somebody over, for example, a sweep where I'm on the inside of his leg, or tucking his head and rolling him over. This is expressly grabbing the belt and trying to push his face into the mat.
No suplexing.
And no spiking, just like before. White belts. No bicep or calf slicers.
No toe holds.
And no knee bars.
No knee bars.
Blue belts. No bicep or calf slicers.
No toe holds.
And once again, no knee bars.
No knee bars?
Purple belt. No bicep or calf slicers.
No toe holds.
And no knee bars.
No freaking knee bars!
Brown belts.
Yeah!
You guys can do all of the stuff that those guys couldn't do. Black belts. You guys have the same rules as the brown belts, but we felt like you should have your own little spiel.
Youth rules! Woo! No submissions below the waist.
No guillotines.
No omoplatas.
No spinal locks.
No guard compressions.
No wrist locks.
What?
There are no advantage points because advantage points are dumb.
In the event of a tie in a regular match, it's the referee's discretion, based on aggression, who wins the match.
In the event of a tie in the finals, it'll be a sudden death, first points to score. Some people like to say sudden victory because that's more optimistic, but sudden death is more ominous and cool, so we're going with that.